everybody, and welcome to another week of meals on the SeeSaw. So it's been a crazy start to the week. It is now Tuesday. Sunday we had a roast chicken dinner and I completely forgot to film anything. We had chicken with roast potatoes, gravy, vegetables, Yorkshire pudding, all the usual. Yesterday, Monday, I had a nightmare of a day. I had an early start. I left home just after 5 in the morning for what should have been about a 3.5-hour drive to a meeting. Took me nearly 5 hours to get there. I had been in the office about an hour or so. One of my colleagues came in and said, "Did you know you've got a completely flat tyre?" So then I had to get my tyre replaced, and then the drive home was through a horrendous thunderstorm, and it was just one of those days. So I stopped and got something to eat on the way home, and the boys took care of themselves at home. So this is the first meal that I featured this week, Tuesday night, and it's a chicken and chorizo stew. So this is just some sliced red onion, some chopped diced chicken, chopped chorizo, some red pepper, a little bit of garlic, chopped tomatoes, a can of drained chickpeas, some sliced or diced up chunks of potato, and some paprika, and about 400 mils or so of chicken stock. And I just sort of softened up the vegetables, browned the chicken, added in the chorizo for a little bit, then added everything else in, just let it bubble away for about half an hour, and then I put it in the crock pot to stay warm while we went to running. So Caleb's been to running tonight, so just left it warming in the crock pot so it stayed, it didn't really cook down anymore, it just stayed nice and warm. And then I've used some of the bake at home part baked baguettes. I just popped those in the air fryer on 180 for 6 minutes, just when we got home while Caleb was getting a shower and stuff. So we're going to enjoy this on a Tuesday night, a chicken and chorizo stew. Hey everybody, so it is Wednesday evening and tonight we have got salmon and pasta. So I cooked up the salmon, just sprinkled some Cajun seasoning over it, and then cooked it 5 minutes on each side in the pan. Boiled up some pasta, and then while that was cooking, I made up a simple kind of, not really a sauce, more a coating. I used a diced red onion, some chopped chorizo, about half a chorizo ring, some chopped cherry tomatoes, a little bit of garlic, some spinach. And then I used about 100 mils, just over 100 mils, perhaps 120 mils of single cream, and a big handful of grated Parmesan to bring that together with a little bit of the pasta water, and just combined that all together and then put the salmon on the top. So quite a simple kind of creamy Cajun salmon with pasta. Hi everybody, so it's Friday night and I've made a big pan of creamy chicken Noki tonight. So this is just some chicken breast that I seasoned with some paprika, oregano, a little bit of salt and pepper, and some garlic granules. Just cooked that until it was cooked through. Then I added a diced onion to the pan, let it just soften, and then to that I added about 200 mils or so, perhaps 250 mils of chicken stock, about 100 mils of single cream, about 100 grams of low-fat cream cheese, and then some cooked gnocchi, which I just boiled. It just takes a couple of minutes to boil. Just added that in, and then a couple of handfuls of chopped spinach and a bit of Parmesan cheese. So fairly simple, and I've just sprinkled a little bit of parsley over the top and some more Parmesan just as a little kind of topping to it. So fairly simple. I'm just letting the spinach just wilt down a little bit from the heat. I haven't actually cooked through the spinach. I'm just letting it cook or wilt from the heat of everything else in there and the sauce before we tuck in. So this is our Friday night creamy chicken gnocchi. Hi everybody, so it's Saturday and we were going to go out for dinner tonight because we hadn't been out for Caleb's birthday back in September. But I haven't been well all week, I haven't felt well all week, and I just didn't feel like going out to eat. So we're going to do that another night instead. So I popped around to the local grocery store and just picked up some pork steaks tonight. And I've just sort of deviled them. So I made a mixture that had equal parts of mayonnaise and sweet chili sauce. And then put in some sriracha as well. Brushed that all over the pork, and then I've just cooked them in the air fryer. So I did them on 180 for about 7 minutes, then turned them over, brushed the other side, and put them on 180 for about another 7 minutes. and then just put them on the max crisp setting for 3 minutes just to char up the edges of the pork. And then I've got with it some, over here, egg fried rice. So I just cooked up a pot of rice in my normal way, and then I cooked up a couple of eggs in the pan, threw in some peas, and then added the rice. The rice hadn't cooled off. Usually it's best to have your rice really cool by the time you put it into the pan. So I only added the rice at the last minute, a little bit of soy sauce, and then turned the heat off and just put the lid on and let it just sit and cool, and the peas to kind of warm through while the pork chops were cooking. So a kind of deviled pork chops with egg fried rice for a Saturday night supper. Thank you for joining us for this week of meals, and we look forward to seeing you back here on the SeeSaw soon.